Alright, today we're going to do a little Halloween kind of a theme, I guess, since we're in October and all that stuff.
Cool.
I guess I'll make let's make a little bust of Frankenstein or something like that.
Oh, that sounds neat, man.
We'll go ahead with that. Alright.
Is there any special clay that you have to get, or any suggestions?
Well, now, alright, if you want to bake this and keep it,
yeah,
get the Sculpting oven clay. This is about the best stuff you can get.
Okay.
And it has instructions on the back of the heating times and everything like that. Alright, so we got our clay here. I got a Sculpting knife, you know, like a regular Sculpting knife, and I use a
hobby knife.
A hobby knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and I usually use maybe a piece of wire or something like that for little details, you know, like for wrinkles, things of that nature, you know.
Now, is that just like electrical wire?
This is just like a small gauge electrical wire. You
cool.
get off any kind of appliance that's junked or anything like that, you know. It's no big deal.
Or you can go to
a hard
store.
Electronic store, get you a piece of that, you know. You could use, just as long as it's good and round, you know, so you can get the detail with it. And then our clay, and this here, you can use wire to make a frame and build your bust around it.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I use tin foil.
Okay.
Just to make yourself a rough frame, and it'll also stretch your clay because it's not very expensive. I can't remember how much it is, or I'd say it, but it's.
Well, they can check Amazon, Walmart.
Well, add that maybe too.
Who else sells the clay?
Well, you got Walmart, Amazon, like you say, you can get it online pretty easily. You go to their website and order it straight from their website to your home. You know, there's a lot of ways you can do it, but Walmart is a real good place for it in their craft section, you know.
Okay.
So.
That or a Hobby Lobby or Dick Flicks or anything like that. Okay, cool.
Art Supply would have it. Alright, this is gonna look rough.
So just a general shape.
Right. So here's basically the shape we're gonna have. So now I'll get some clay going here. The more you knead this, the softer it gets. If it gets warm and it's hard to do anything with it, just let it set a little while and let it cool a little bit, and it'll firm up a little bit again. So you know, you don't have to worry about it being, see right now it's sort of sticky, you know. So I just go ahead and start putting this all around it. And that way it gives you a frame when you're baking it, because when this bakes it gets soft and it will tend to lean if you don't have something in it to hold it up.
Okay.
So if you're building something tall, you really have to have a framework inside of it, or it will tend to lean to the side or something before it hardens. Once it gets heated and you pull it out of the oven, it'll harden and it'll be pretty much just like a piece of wood or something. If you had something sticking out that you didn't want or anything like that, you could actually use a hobby knife and trim it and do, you know, you can even do like that kind of deal with it, you know. So it's pliable stuff, you know.
Cool.
Versatile.
You won't be able to smack that one like you did. Yeah. Whoa now.
And okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Now, is there any advice? Now, it looks like you're starting to shape stuff.
Well, at this stage, you want to sort of get the basic look of what you're wanting, the basic shape of it. So since it's a bust, I'm just, you know, doing shoulders, and then I'm working on a neck, and getting the head sort of to the shape of a head, which Frankenstein, if we go by some of the older stuff, you know, he had that big square head, so I'll probably do that.
Okay.
And usually someone's, this would be, to me, this would be his back, because a person usually has, you know, that kind of bend into the back of their neck. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to know anatomy that good, you know, just basically what you see, you know. If you don't really know, you know, look at somebody, say turn around, let me look at your back, you know.
Or you could Google images.
And you could Google images and look at up stuff like that. That's a good idea too.
Basically, you can make it as detailed as you want, right?
Exactly. Which I have done that before. I do use Google images quite a bit when I'm doing things. Like if I'm, say if I would be doing a dog or something like that, and I wanted to do a certain breed, I'd get on there and find the breed that I'd want to do, and try to find some pictures of that. And
yeah.
It's always a good idea.
I guess symmetry is real important when it comes to a bust or just about anything.
Well, to me, man, it is. I like things to, if I'm wanting to do it somewhat realistically, yeah, you sort of want to go with an anatomy, you know, that's, you know, you can make up cartoony stuff, you know. For this demonstration, I'm going to try to make it look somewhat real, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I can make a cartoon, big head, bobblehead, or anything like that too. But this one has a little more detail. If anybody would want to, you know, want to do detailing a little bit on stuff, this would probably be, you know, something to watch. I've not had any formal training or anything like that. I've just been able to do this ever since I was a kid.
Yeah, I remember going to school with you. You were always drawing and sculpting.
Well, my mother, she would encourage it. She'd buy me the clay and things like that. And you know, I made my own toys pretty much. I just sit and make my own stuff, you know. Though that was in the 70s, you know. Things ain't great now, but I mean, back then, you know, you had to struggle a little bit too, you know. I would get the good toys on Christmas or birthdays, but it's not like it is now that, you know, everybody gets anything they want, you know. So those were special deals. So this is how, you know, I did this to make up for anything else, and that way I could have any toy I'd want, you know. Use the table to, or wherever you're working at, to sort of flatten the bottom out, you know, get him evened up. Take a look at him, see how he's coming along. If you want a flat bottom on it, or we may possibly at the end of this, I may make a little stand to put him on, so you know, you could put something on it or something like that too. It's just, you know, whatever you prefer. Now I want to sort of make it look more like a skull instead of just that lump there, so I want to flesh that out a little bit, since this is going to be the back of his head. I'll start adding a little more back here.
Now what are you doing now?
I'm just sort of softening up some clay. I'm going to start making his face a little bit.
Oh, cool.
That's the trouble with this clay. The warmer it gets, the softer it gets. So sometimes, you know, now if it gets to where it's getting sort of gooey and it sticks to your fingers, see,
yeah, I saw how it stuck.
It's starting to get into my fingernails a little bit and stuff. I usually will let it settle. While you can actually put it in the refrigerator, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, you know, and then pull it back out, and it'll be cool then, so you can go right back at it. So. But I'm all right now with it. Once you get used to it, it's not that big of a deal until you're doing details. Then you want it to be a little bit stiff to be able to get the wrinkles and stuff in there. So that's when you really want to sort of keep it a little bit cool at times. You know, it's just the way this polymer clay is. It's polymer clay. So. This, once again, is just doing the rough stuff, getting it to where you sort of want it. It's up to you how the detail that you want in it. I want to put try to do a lot of detail on it, but it's just according to the way you'd want to do it.
Now, would you recommend this as a first-time attempt at sculpting?
probably, yeah, this wouldn't be too bad right here because we're not dealing with the whole body. Now, when you would deal with the whole body, you got arms, legs, hands,
details and fingers,
hands, which probably as these go on, I'll be getting into things like that, like veins in hands and things like that. But we're just going to start with a basic bust right now. Okay. Maybe a few episodes down the road, you know, if things go good, I'll do whole bodies, you know. Cool. We'll do stuff like that.
We could also put up a request.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
If somebody who watches the video and they have something that they'd like to see done and a tutorial on it,
right?
We'll go ahead and try to put that type of video together too.
Well, maybe we'll keep you directors, maybe. That wasn't too bad.
I didn't know how close I was getting to getting fired.
Save your own hide up there, way.
Okay, I'm seeing a mummy in there now.
I quit. That's it. I can't take this.
When you gonna put the bolts on his neck?
Well, when I get ready, that's when I'll do it. I'm trying to think what to make, man. Seriously.
Ooh, I know what to make. Snowman.
Wow, that would be hard. that would really show. That'd really show me. Here's your head.
You know I'm not going to delete
your
this,
body.
right?
And here's his big old butt. La la la. Thank you. Remember, subscribe.